Hello, hello, my Libra collective, sun, moon, rising sign. Welcome to your new moon to full moon next reading for April into May 2020. I'm your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mel for short, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and very, very happy to be serving you today from my dining room table. If you are new to the channel, please do like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I'm putting out content pretty much every day, so you'll get a notification, hopefully. By all means, if it resonates for you to do so, please do comment in the comment section below. Because this is a what do I need read. We're only getting 5 cards, with upload times being what they are during this time of crisis and everybody on the internet. Trying to keep the videos a little bit shorter. So we're only picking 5 cards, one from 5 different divination systems in order to ask the divine, what do I need? Or in this case, what do you need for this new moon in Taurus to full moon next in Scorpio? So we're looking at the new moon on the 22nd of April going all the way through to May 5th when it will be full moon in Scorpio. That being said, which is a lot to say in such a short amount of time, but if we can all focus on our breath, I'll do my best to get you the clearest guidance and grace that I can through this, and if you're doing the same, you will be able to take what resonates and leave what does not, because it's a general read, right? So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check your other signs. Remember, it's sun, moon, and rising, right? I'm doing all 12 of them, so let's see how this goes, shall we? Take a nice deep breath. We're going to start, all the decks that I read are in the description box at the bottom. We're going to start with the Healing with the Angels Oracle to see what you need from the angelic perspective, shall we? Here we go. My angels, please, one card in clarity for the Libra collective sun, moon, rising signs for this new moon in Taurus to full moon next in Scorpio. What do they need? What do they need to be aware of? What do they need to work with the angels on? Because this is the Healing with the Angels Oracle. So what do they need to heal with the angels for this new moon to full moon next? Interesting for an air sign, study. Now study what? Don't know yet. We'll see what else hits the table. But remember, study ain't just about book learning. It can be about focusing the mind, right? And because you're Libra, you can sort of left brain, right brain, like back and forth on that to really go a little bit deeper than perhaps just the surface. That study usually means a bit more of a focus and a bit more perhaps introspection, contemplation with all of that. You know, even in art, they'll say, well, study in shadow and light, right? You know, so a little bit more focused, a bit more intent, which is perfect for an air sign. Let's keep going. We're going to ask the daughters of the moon, voices of the goddesses, or the divine feminine, whatever you want to call it, the ultimate yin, right? Half of the universal energy. What you need. Ready? Nice deep breath. Lovely. My goddesses, please. One card in clarity for this Libra collective. Sun, moon, rising sign for this new moon in Taurus to full moon next in Scorpio, please. What do they need? Considering the angels are saying study, can you give us a little hint there, a clue, a tip, a hint of what this Libra collective sun, moon, rising sign needs this new moon to full moon next April to May 2020? This is the one. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, piece of candy. 10 of Pentacles, the Harvest card. So, you know, studying the harvest, maybe more about really studying what it takes to get all of those pieces of the puzzle together in the sense of your physical world. I understand where we are on planet Earth right now and what's going on. I'm just not mentioning it because YouTube says not to, so it won't. Right? And I'm down with that. Totally okay with that. But now a good time to really look at your physical world, right? Is it in balance? Study it. What is it that serves you? Like the name of the reading, what do I need, read? What is it that you really need here? Because even if it's the studying of the seeds that you have planted metaphorically in your life, in terms of what has manifested, if you go back to Yule, winter solstice, New Year's Eve? What are the metaphoric seeds that you planted? Are you coming into harvest? Is it time to sort of balance that out, study that a little bit, bring that into balance? And of course I'm throwing the word balance in there because of Libra's, the scales symbol and all of that. But, you know, right after Libra, right before Libra comes Virgo, which is the harvest, right? The gathering of the grain. And then the Libra, right after it, is the one that weighs it and balances it. So Libra and the harvest have a seasonal connection that way, considering that the first day of autumnal equinox, or fall, is 0 degrees Libra, right? It's like the first day is the first sign of Libra. So to study that, to pay attention, to learn something about what thou hast sown in terms of what thou hast reaped. As you sow, so shall you reap. I don't know what the past participle of that is. Anyway, moving on. Let's leave the English lesson for later, grammar, etc. We're going to ask the Ascended Masters through the next 2 decks. The first of the 2 is the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack. Really hard to find, apparently. I'm glad I got a hold of this deck. Usually there are 4 suits. In this deck, I pulled the suit of the problem out, right? There's the problem, luck, healing, and grace. I pulled out the problem. We know what problems we're up against right now. So this is more about, you know, particularly if you want to do something for new moon. I mean, this is true for the whole reading. What do you need to, like, cast for, pray for, intend for, focus on, right? So let's see, a piece of luck, a piece of grace, or a piece of healing. Let's ask the Ascended Masters, please. Hi guys, 1 card in clarity, please, for the Libra collective sun, moon, rising sign from this. Oh, there you are, this new moon in Taurus to full moon next in Scorpio. What do they need this new moon to full moon next? Intimacy. Now here's the thing. If you are sequestered in your domain, being very careful with my wording, perhaps you are solo. So this idea of intimacy might be more something that you study in terms of what's going on in your life. There are many different forms of intimacy. Mysticism. What is a mystic? A mystic is one who cultivates an intimate relationship with the divine. In other words, it's not so transcendent so much as it's immanent here in the moment with you, which the divine is, right? Particularly, you know, unity consciousness, 5th dimensional awareness, that kind of stuff. That perhaps this is an opportunity for you to experience or study your issues of intimacy, that we're all in our own individual journey with that stuff, right? In particular, I find myself very, very intimate with the divine, very, very comfortable in my own skin nowadays. I live alone anyway, with my 3 kitty cats, my 3 black cat boys. I love them. And yet being very intimate with people in terms of communication, right? Like as a spiritual counselor, that just comes with. So maybe looking at, with this 10 of Pentacles over the next 2 weeks, about your intimate relationships and about the different types of intimacy, right? Particularly studying what are the different types of intimacy in my life. Through friends, through family. I know we immediately jump to romance and sex there, and that's absolutely part of it. You know, an intimate relationship, although I've had plenty of physical relationships that were sexual, that were not necessarily intimate. I don't remember their names. I usually remember their signs, though. Comes with my line of work. But can you pick up what I'm laying down here? Can you feel that? A real opportunity here for you perhaps to look at your relationships, to study them in a whole new way that will help you harvest something from it. And sometimes with Pentacle cards, it's not always so much the physical harvesting as it is the wisdom that comes from the experience, right? Knowledge plus experience equals wisdom. So it ain't just about book learning, that study. Perhaps it's about, you know, extracting the hands-on applicable experience wisdom that you got from your intimate relationships of all different forms. And are you intimate with your soul? You really can't be more intimate with your soul unless you're unaware that you're the soul, not the personality. Well, it's not ultimately true. We absorb the personality. We integrate this personality into the soul as we evolve, but that's a whole other kettle of fish. Let's ask the Healing Mantra deck. by Matt Kahn for exactly that, a healing mantra, something that an air sign can repeat silently or aloud and, you know, work with for 2 weeks. Well, because we're looking at new moon to full moon next. It's usually a 2-week period, depending on when you're watching these, which is why I always do these early. Let's see what they say, shall we? Nice deep breath. My Ascended Masters, please, you who gave us the card of intimacy for the Libra Sun Moon Risings, what is the perfect healing mantra for them that they can chant, that they can think about for this new moon in Taurus to full moon next in Scorpio, please, my Ascended Masters? What is the perfect healing mantra for the Libra Collective Sun Moon Risings this new moon to full moon next April to May 2020? Dissolving judgments. I think I get what this means. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. So this is starting to come a bit more into form. So the study might very well be about the relationships that you already have. The Ten of Pentacles, that sense of who's already in my life, near or far, in terms of the level of intimacy. Almost like you're going to weigh, like, how intimate is this one versus this one? Now, obviously, not all of your relationships are going to be sexual, romantic, if any at all. But in terms of your friends, like in some ways, I'm more intimate with my mom just texting and talking on the phone than I am with other people in my life. It's just there are certain things we know about each other that those boundaries are safe to be let down. And isn't that really what intimacy kind of is lowering your boundaries for those you love, right? And that's why with the divine, perfect love and perfect trust to the divine alone, in my opinion, that I can totally drop all my boundaries to my gods, my angels, my masters, my higher selves, etc., which will then help you perhaps dissolve some judgments that you don't have to like the actions of others in order to love your journey. As a matter of fact, there are people who you refuse to drop your boundaries around, probably a wise thing to do. You've learned that along the way, sort of weighed that out. That you don't have to like what they're doing in order to get that. This is somebody that I am learning from, somebody that I'm learning something from. They're teaching me something, perhaps even through their toxicity. Even if it's somebody who's not in your life, like maybe somebody you see on TV on the regular. Just going to leave that there. As we get your last card down, and what card would that be? A Whisper of Love Oracle card from your higher dimensional selves, right? 5th dimension, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up to source. Because eventually we're all one. Well, it's how we all started, all one. We just appear to be separate in these separate souls with separate bodies and all of that. It's all good. It's all good. We're all from central casting, playing roles. Nice deep breath. The higher selves of all involved, please, one card in clarity for the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign. What do they need this new moon in Taurus to full moon next in Scorpio? My beloved higher self collective, the higher selves of all involved, please, what do these Libras need, Sun, Moon, Rising, this new moon to full moon next April to May 2020. Appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. And I think that's a perfect cherry on the Sunday of this read, considering we'll start with the card of study, that you have the opportunity. What you need, according to the angels, is to study. What do you need to study? We're going to jump ahead a little bit. You need to study your intimate relationships, and your intimate relationships with probably different people, not just one. As we see in this card of the Harvest, the Ten of Pentacles, a whole family, a whole community of people gathering around a picnic table, sharing. Well, maybe as a Libra, it's time to not necessarily judge, dissolving judgments, but to ascertain, to feel out, by studying, by paying attention to focusing on perhaps each one individually, which ones that you don't have to like the actions of in order to love your journey. And in order to do that, you can appreciate this moment that you're going to have this wonderful opportunity. I'll read it from it. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. So the more that you can study those right now, which is sort of perfect if you live alone, a little bit harder, perhaps if you're living with others in this current global situation. But then there's no accident in that either. It's like you can really study, like, what am I learning from this person? Because I don't have to like what they're doing, but I can love my journey in this. I can learn how to love myself. And right now, considering I am on lockdown solo with kitty cats, we've worked out our issues. Me and my cats fucking love each other unconditionally. That's how it goes. They give me snuggles, I scoop their poop and feed them and pet them and love them and squish their heads. They're so cute. But I've been learning to give myself the love that only I can give myself, that no one else can give me, and I didn't realize I wasn't doing that fully because it's an ongoing lesson, an ongoing study for all of us, even me who've been doing this since the 80s. So that's what I see for you, my Libras. May the Libra collective sun, moon, rising signs be blessed with all that they need for this new moon to full moon next, that they may heal, that they may grow, that they may study, appreciating this moment, dissolving judgments within their harvest of intimate relationships, that they may be a blessing upon this world, and all of their relationships may be revealed as blessings one way or another for the well-being of all. So mote it be, and so it is. Thank you so much for watching, my darling scales, my Libras. Please do, as I said, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment below if any of this is making sense to you now or later, if you would, please. And by all means, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this new moon to full moon next. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.